see you, baby. Get your shine on. Get your glow up. One time for the babies on the south side, the east side, the west side, the north side, Chi-town. Hey, There's a song in your song. It can flow from short to long. In your song, you are the story. Getting past your past, struggling with your past. It'll pass. It'll pass. Hey there, over there, you're torn from where and where. It'll bear. You'll get there. I know what I know. Suffered more than you know. You roll in the cold, in the cold. There's always something inside of you. It makes you beautiful, makes you beautiful, it makes you. It's the sun that makes the flowers grow. Be the spirit child in you that's meant to grow. There's always something inside of you. Inside of you. It makes you beautiful, makes you beautiful. Yeah. Be the sun that makes the flowers grow. Be the spirit child in you that's meant to grow. Find it in the afterglow. Glows from the bellows of your soul. And you know it's what you put here for. And it's clear, so clear, the reasons why you're here in it. You can change the atmosphere. There's something incredible within the meeting of the minds. Like, if you were but in kind, spare our brother a dime, he can take a red line to 100 lifetimes. And you wouldn't mind it because God had already prepared for you a place to be aged, where you can brush your face with lilies and sing songs in the key. There's always something inside of you. There's always something inside of you. It makes you beautiful, makes you beautiful. Be the sun that makes the flowers grow. Be the spirit child, be the youth that's meant to grow. There's always something inside of you. Inside of you. It makes you beautiful, makes you beautiful. Yeah. Be the sun that makes the flowers grow. Be the spirit child, be the you that's meant to grow. The glow of love is in you now. Shine like the stars. It's in the cards for you. You can go beyond the deep blue. No bars are set in the conquest. Illuminate the sky in scarlet hues if you believe you are the truest. If you are Savior or Judas, your heart will speak what your truth is. Now let the chatter be the catalyst. Let it fuel the music. Don't adjust your volume, say it loud and let them hear you, then smudge the residue. And whatever you did, you can undo. Black gold is painted. History is unchangeable. But until time runs out, the future is changeable. Bring forth the balm and let the healing heal on. Time moves today and tomorrow is already gone. Transcend the stratosphere and get your glow up.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends out in Chicagoland, Shyland, it's the Frankie and the Nycee radio show on intellectualradio.com, iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio. Nycee
iHeartRadio.
BC back, y'all. Hey,
Yes.
Nycee.
Hey, what's going on out there? I've been
Nycee
missing
came,
a couple of weeks.
Nycee came all back with a nose ring. Ain't that cute? Look, come on, put your nose up a little bit. Just put it up. She got a nose mole ring on her. She got diamond right there, right there.
You are so
She's so
silly.
cute, y'all. It's adorable. Shout out to
Oh,
mom. Hey, mom.
my mom hates it. Even at my grown age, she still hates my piercings.
Welcome back, Nycee. We missed you.
Yes, I missed you too.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. So you just played this wonderful, really, really dope song by this wonderfully talented artist named Miss Story Devereaux.
Yes, I did.
And that was her new single called
It was called The Afterglow off of
Yes.
her new release EP, Dirty Red Vinyl.
Shout out to
And
Story.
I am loving it, Miss Story Devereaux. I'm so
She
happy and so proud of you.
actually released that here. The first time that she played it
She
was here with
did.
us.
With us. You know, Frankie and Nycee be having them exclusives, so I'm real
Dab on that
geeked about
release.
that.
Uh-huh. I'm so glad that she came on the show. So shout out to Story. Shout out to Tovi. I actually got a chance to go to the release and listening party, which was awesome. It was off the chain.
Great.
It was at the Silver Room, which is in Hyde Park.
hmm
And it was just wonderful. She looked stunning. She had this pretty white dress on against that pretty light skin and her pretty red lips and her pretty red haircut. It was just really nice. She had a good time. Tovi Kali was actually the hostess for the evening.
Okay.
And she did something really cool that I've never seen at a release party before. Because Story is a singer and a poetess. She did the spoken word piece, the actual lyrics to the song as a spoken word piece so that you can know what you're listening to. And then she played the song. So it was really cool. So I'm really glad that she had a really good release party. I was indeed honored to be among the few in the many in the proud. I should say few because it was a packed house.
Yes, it was a packed house. I did hear
Packed.
that she had first it was packed with the 100 people and then at least 30 people were trying to get in. So it was
Yes.
just overpacked. I love it.
Yeah, I kind of called in a favor, like, "Hey sis, I didn't know I had to RSVP. I mean, can I get in?" And Toby was like, "Just tell them my name at the door." See, that's when
Yes.
you know people in high places.
It's always good.
They
to
get
know
it
people.
popping. Shout out to Megan McNeil who was there with me and Tasha Hammond. So I'm just glad that I was among some really cool people that really are supportive individuals. It was a good time.
Yes, it
And for
was.
once, I went to a show that you didn't go to because
I
you always go to
know.
all the shows. So for once, I got to actually stand in for you. I stood in the gap for you, Nycee BC.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. Even though I really wanted to be there, but you know, sometimes duty calls and you have to
Mhm.
work. But I most definitely would have loved to have been there. We need to actually have something where we can both be there at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, when we're not gigging, but like actually coming and showing up as Frankie and Nycee.
Yeah.
So I love it.
We try sometimes. We do sub T every once in a while. We got to do some other places.
Right.
They need to know we be together on and off the air, right? Together. Hours, hours, hours.
You are silly. Shout out to Slick J.
Hey, Slick.
Adams that just came on our feed. Yes, we love you too, and we trying to get you on the show. So
Slick.
Yes,
Slick. We've been begging. We begging.
begging and
Baby, I'm
pleading.
begging. Baby, I'm begging, begging. Okay, please come on the show. Come on. All right. Shout out to Brad Watson, Sam Fullerton, Renor, Mickey, Moore, Powell. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so speaking of tuning in, we all tuned into a very auspicious occasion on Sunday. That was called the Super Bowl. They're actually trying to give people holiday. Like some states are rooting to have it as a holiday the next day.
Really? Oh, because everyone's so up and like, well, I mean, Super Bowl starts early, so I don't know.
Traffic was amazing Monday.
As far as nobody going to work on
No,
Monday,
nobody was on the roads
Oh.
Monday.
I don't work Mondays, so I probably was in the bed as well.
I think Procter and Gamble, the company Procter and Gamble, they gave their employees the day off the next day. So now everybody's on this bandwagon. Like, should we get a holiday? So do y'all think we should get a holiday for the Super Bowl? Call in 708-223-8953. I think that's important that we discuss this matter on Intellectual Radio.
Right. Is it really worth it, a holiday after the Super Bowl?
I mean, okay, so in that case,
it's on a weekend day,
it's kinda,
already. So
maybe if they change it to like a Friday so we can't get that day off, you know what I mean? Because ain't nobody gonna show up. I ain't punching no clock. I don't even like football. I'm watching the
people
dog
are
on Super Bowl.
already thirsty to take Monday off anyway. Nobody likes to go to work on a Monday.
Come on now, say that word.
We're just gonna have to just be honest about it.
Because that's a word. Let's be honest. Let's be honest about another subject matter pertaining to the Super Bowl. Oh, Lady Gaga. So Lady Gaga did the halftime performance at the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 51, by the way. And, there were some mixed reviews about her performance. Nycee BC, what did you think?
Honestly, because I am a Lady Gaga fan.
Me too.
I actually enjoyed the halftime show. It wasn't my favorite, of course, but as far as how I think she looked beautiful. I thought her dancing and everything. I thought her vocals were amazing. I mean, I like the song choices that she picked, even though I think she should have did it more like a Lady Gaga show. I think she was just picking like her best songs and trying to run them into each other. I think she should have just did like her show like a certain artist that I favor a lot.
As your Beehive fan, because I know that's where you were going, were you expecting Beyonce to go?
You know what? I heard that she was going to come out, but I just, as a Beehive fan and feeling like I kind of know Beyonce personally, I just don't think that she would have came out of there, especially now that we know that she's pregnant with twins, which was a huge announcement.
Okay, so... Wait, let's talk about Gaga because we didn't even put this in our notes. I forgot about the pregnancy picture. So, Lady Gaga, she did this performance halftime show. Everybody was raving about like the graphics and everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to throw a fun fact out there. Did you know that those lights that were beaming in the air that formed the word Pepsi, those were actually drones? They were operated by two people, and they were drones that turn colors, and they're like $1,000 a piece. So just imagine all of those drones that were there, how much money they spent just on that.
Wow.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Fact number 2. Okay, everybody saw Lady Gaga jump. That wasn't in real time. They filmed that ahead of time. So when you saw her coming down the stadium, like through the top of the stadium, that part was real. But when they showed...
she had on the wires. Attached to her.
That was real.
Yeah.
But the part when she was like indivisible with liberty and justice, when she did the pledge
and grabbed and
she took that dive.
Took the dive. Yeah.
That was fake. That was not fake, but that was pre-filmed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So everybody's like, oh, why she pre-filmed it? She should have just jumped. She Lady Gaga. Everybody wants to see her do something special. Okay, if we can get away with the Red Hot Chili Peppers playing with guitars, air guitars, with their real guitars with no cords attached to nothing, what's the big deal of her pre-filming?
I mean, and jumping is dangerous. You never know what's going to happen live. Anything could happen, no matter how many times they probably went over it. So I think it was best that they just recorded it.
She might have poked her face. Poke her face. Huh? But
help me.
That was the whack joke of the day. That was just for you, Damien. Just for you. But I'm glad that she got to do the performance. Now I'm just wondering what they're gonna do next year. Like, who's it gonna be? It can't be Beyonce. Okay, Beehive fans. So we had her 2 years in a row.
So she's a Beyonce hater. We're not gonna. I mean, Beyonce can do whatever she wants, but she's pregnant, so it's going to be at least 3 years before she does anything else, which kind of makes me sad. But
okay, so pregnancy. This picture, dog. Tell me about this picture. What you thought about it when it came out?
Well, when I first saw the picture, it was a meme that says, "This is me after I eat tacos." So I'm just like, what's happening here? Is she pregnant? Is this an old picture? I didn't think that it was for real until when I actually found out. Someone told me that she was pregnant and with twins, and I just like my mind was blown. So of course, I mean, I'm not afraid to admit that I'm a part of the Beehive. I went to all of her social media outlets, particularly Instagram, and then I saw the picture of the flowers and the roses. And I don't know what it means significantly, but I kind of thought Hispanic when I saw it.
Did you?
Yes.
I don't know what I thought. I was just like, oh, that's
I thought
different.
flowers.
I felt like
and
Solange had
veils
she was all up in that shot. Like, I just felt like she was standing there directing the whole, it looked like a Solange type thing.
Okay, yeah.
You know, it was really like
Mhm.
hippie-ish, you know. But my favorite, you know, all over internet land, they've been like mocking the picture. Like, people have been taking the pictures, like
Mhm.
redoing it. My favorite has to be Chris Brown's. Have you seen Chris
I
Brown's?
have not.
He took a blue, not see-through, not transparent sheet and put it over his head and poked his stomach out and like rubbed his belly with a full beard.
So this is Chris Brown for real.
This is Chris
He did
Brown.
this. I have not seen it.
I'm gonna send it to you, Nycee.
Okay.
It was great.
We're gonna have to put it on our page so we can see what you're talking about.
So, ladies and gentlemen, how much do you really care that Beyonce's having twins? I mean, I'm just saying that from a non-Beehive standpoint. And Nycee, you asked the question from Beehive standpoint.
Y'all better say y'all excited.
See, y'all Beehive people, y'all are violent. I'm just saying.
We just love her. I mean, you can't help but to love somebody who continuously gives you great music, and it's beautiful. Just
my God,
she's
Becky.
Beyonce.
She winning. She's okay. She's
Beyonce.
Beyonce. Whatever. Okay, so speaking of blacks making history like Beyonce, because she's just as pivotal and important as the people for Black History Month.
Okay.
Y'all see the sarcasm? I ain't serious. Hey, Harold. Shout out to Shirley. Hey, Miss Shirley. So, okay, Black History Month. It's this month, February. This is what the going on a third week.
The 7th day, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we have to acknowledge it. We have to acknowledge the importance of Black History Month. We hope that you guys are reading books and studying it and not just acknowledging it as another month or, you know, spending your whole entire month celebrating Valentine's Day, a man-made holiday that has nothing to do with our history. I'm just saying. So they were talking about the educational system and how things have been changing on the educational scene as far as the notifying of students, well, the students becoming familiar with Black history, right?
Yeah, and what we've contributed to this country, you know, as Americans, and you know, of us coming from being slaves, and you know, calling us now in a lot of the textbooks they're saying we're workers or refugees.
Yes.
That was one of the names that
They considered us to be refugees.
Yeah, so it just seems like the trickle down from our history is not really reaching our new school students. And I just think it's crazy. Well, it's a shame, really, because you know, we always hear about Donald Trump saying we're going to make America great again. But of course, without us, America would not be as great as it is.
It wouldn't even be good. What's the word that he used? Bigly. It wouldn't even be bigly as it is.
I'm trying not to listen to him.
Loser. So now, you know, there's this big deal, you know, that President Trump, I really had to push it. I was trying to push president out my mouth and I started stuttering because it just don't feel right. But President Trump had a meeting that involved, apparently, so they say, African American leaders in our community, which included Omarosa and some weird minister dude from Ohio that said he talked to all the gang thug leaders
in Chicago. A few gang leaders in Chicago.
It's Chicago. So I'm like, okay, if you know anything about Chicago, they don't even have gang leaders anymore. Everybody just rep they set on a block. So how many gang leaders did you talk to about? 700? Because there's like 700 different sets in Chicago now.
Right.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
So that was kind of deep. But icing on the cake, yes, was our history lesson from our president.
Our history lesson. Well, we can always talk about Frederick Douglass.
That's where I'm at, right there. Just pause right there.
I don't even understand.
The man's been dead for like hundreds of years.
He had a paper there. He could have just read what was on the paper.
I don't think he could read.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. Somebody should have sign languaged it to him or spoken in his ear or even had someone speak for him.
Maybe just tap his shoulder when he's saying something wrong, like, Him dead.
That's not it.
Him been dead about 300 years.
Yes, he's doing more and more.
He's doing more and biglier. So it's important, ladies and gentlemen. We have a president that does not care enough to even learn our history, right? So it's important that you instill the lessons, even if it's your family history, the things that have happened in your family, and you can track it back to slavery times. Questions will pop up. Children will ask questions, and you should be prepared to answer them. And unfortunately,
children of all races.
All races. So I put the top 3 books that I have read that have influenced me, and I feel that I should share with everybody else. These are not the only 3 Black books I've ever read, but these are my favorites. So the first one is The Miseducation of the Negro by Carter G. Woodson. I think that's very important. You can introduce that to your child in the womb. Start reading to him while you incubating that baby. Then I enjoyed The Life of Langston Hughes from an artistic standpoint because it covered the Harlem Renaissance from a different aspect, from his perspective, but also from the perspectives of the artist. So that was important to me to read. And the third one that I enjoyed reading very much in my historical quest to gain knowledge in a predominantly white neighborhood growing up was Passing by Nella Larson, which is basically a story that could be categorized as a tragic mulatto story about a woman that spent her entire life passing for something that she really wasn't. I think that's important to know.
That's awesome. I've heard of the first book, but I haven't heard about the other 2. And I feel like I've read some things about our Black history, but I'm still learning a lot. So those are some books that I would most definitely be interested in reading. Actually, we're going to put them up underneath our description on our YouTube page.
Okay.
So you can see everything. You can go to our YouTube page at Frankie and Nycee Radio Show. And just look us up. We're actually there live now. Just
right
so you guys
now. Right now,
just in case
Jesus.
you can't see everything on our live feed from Facebook, you can see us in full and, everything that we're going to be talking about on the show today.
And don't forget to follow our IG page, too, the Instagram page. Our Instagram page, the Frankie and Nycee Radio Show. We're just trying to keep up with y'all. We're just trying to keep up.
And we want y'all to keep up with us.
Please.
Give us a call.
Because we need to know everything. We need to know all your business. We know where you performing at, who you dating, so we can say hi to the right person when we see you. Speaking of performances and dating and seeing the right person, has anybody seen my Facebook clip today? My Facebook post about my show. I have a show coming up at the Red Star Lounge on February 11th, which is this Saturday. So listen. Whoever was offended, I got a few phone calls today that told me I was crazy for putting this post up, but I'm just keeping it real. Somebody needs to have a place to put their side pieces. Somebody needs to be able to take their side pieces out for the Valentine's Day holiday, if that's what you want to call it, a holiday. Okay, the 14th is Tuesday. My show is on a Saturday, 11th. So you got 3 days to ante up your cash that you just spend all on your side piece, and you just come down to the Red Star, put them to the side, let me know that you there, and just wink. And I won't even mention, I won't even say their names because I don't want to mix the girlfriend up with the wife. Okay, so come down to the Red Star Lounge.
And we don't want people to be like, who are they there with? Because it's not just wives, it's husbands too.
Yes, that's true. So. Who this here, Hoppo? Yeah, so come to the Red Star Lounge. We are in Richton Park, 5093 Sauk Trail Road in Richton Park. The show starts at 7. Early bird tickets stop tomorrow. We stopped selling early bird tickets tomorrow at 5:30. 5:31, we start selling the general admission. Early bird tickets are $5. General admission is $10. So hit my page up, inbox me or whatever. I just want to see you there with your side piece. Thank you very kindly. Back to the show. Okay, so we got a very special guest in the back. He's been so patient.
Yes, we do. He has. So I'm excited.
I'm really thrilled to have him on the show. Most importantly, to blast him about taking you away from me. I'm gonna drop it right there. He ain't even listening. He ain't even listening no more. So we're gonna go to a commercial break, and we're gonna bring our very special guest up. We'll be right back. The Frankie and Nycee Radio Show on intellectualradio.com, iHeartRadio.
There's a hole in the room. Hole in the room. Singing with me, y'all. Hole in the room. Ooh. Lord, worship by my lonesome above this counter space, and it's easy and it's wholesome when no one's in the way. Well, if no one's in the running for the part, I would love to pick one day to show you the main room. I don't need no bouquet, I just need proper space. Only 3 blocks away, I got bottles for days. I got tropical haze. Go ahead and wave back. Let me help with your coat. Grab a hand in my arm, tell them niggas to move. Tell your sister you back, 'cause baby, there's room in here. Just enough for 2 and me. Well, ain't nobody but you and me in here. Yeah. So tell me what we gon' do from here and down. So what we gon' do, what we can do, yeah.
You asked what's my occupation. Well, I'm a landlord. I oversee properties. My main source of income is this oversized heart. It used to be packed like bad arteries, but I made some evictions once I saw your commitment. I told them they always had a place to stay, but they was taking up space without paying me for it, and the rent been past due. Until I saw you, I flicked that chip off my shoulder. I flipped this fixer-upper into a lap of luxury for a deserving lover. I Joanna Gaines the past pain. I reimagined the design. I made space for you. I widened the entryway, took off those antique doors for something more contemporary and contrary to the canary. The cage bird don't always sing. You gave this old thing some new wings. You turned that apartment complex into the Magnolia compound. And this heart is a home.
A hole in the room. There's a hole in the room. Yeah, 'cause baby, there's room in here. Hey, just enough to in here. Yeah, tell me what we gon' do in here. Yeah, what we gon' do right here, right now. So what we gon' do, what we gon' do. Blah, 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 that's wrong. It's just enough for me and you. Yeah. So tell me what we gon' do, so what we gon' do right here? Come on, and what we gon' do? What we gon' do? La 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 la. It's just me and you. So tell me what we gon' do in here. What we gon' do?
We're back on the Frankie and Nycee radio show on intellectualradio.com. iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
What's up? What's up? Okay, so listen.
I'm up.
She's all the way up. All the way up. So we got this wonderful, talented, humble, encompassing artist to my left, to Nycee's left too. To the left, to the left. I did a Beyonce song. There you go. Boom.
Thank you.
Put your hands together for Mr. Harold Green III, y'all. Yeah. Welcome, Harold.
Hey.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
At the radio show.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
And I feel awesome.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
After hearing that song, huh?
Yeah.
So what did we just hear?
That was actually the first day of FFTL 2017. Anderson Park's Roman here, covered by Earth St. James and I. And I love that. I just love that. It was just so good. The
It is so good.
It was.
Yeah, man.
It is. Okay, so you said FFTL. What is FFTL?
FFTL is Flowers for the Living.
Okay, why flowers?
I've always had this thing that I'm one of those people that I'm really big into friendship, and I'm a check up on her. You know what I'm saying? If I know you, if I've befriended you in life, I always try to make sure I say something nice to you, uplift you, check on you. I'm always that person. You know, I don't go to funerals. I'm really big on like who's here and what I feel when I'm around them and what they have given me while they're here. And I'm really big on giving people what I can give them while I'm here. So I thought it was a really great idea to call it Flowers for the Living, because you know how people feel when they get flowers and stuff, male or female. You feel like, oh, that was nice. I feel appreciated right now. So I
Yeah.
always wanted people to feel appreciated through my art, you know, as a listener, as a fan, as a supporter. Just feel like you're receiving something. Art shouldn't be just a take situation. You know, I don't think you should just always be taking from your audience. I think you should be giving, and I think that's important.
Okay, so he just broke it down for us, break it on down. Okay, so then you gave us the feeling behind Flowers for the Living, but
Yeah,
what exactly is the process of Flowers for the Living as far as the talent?
man, it's a. Yeah.
Yep.
uh,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna try to be as concise as possible. So it started as just me doing 14 love poems. The first year that I did it, from February 1st to the 14th. Then my wife and we've been collaborators since college. I decided that it would be great if she joined me and we did like an acoustic type situation where we covered love songs and I wrote to them and all of that good stuff. So that's how the music component kind of came about. One year she was pregnant with our second son, so she had to kind of sit it out. And at that point, I had to kind of call on all our like super friends to kind of join me and take up the void that she had left. And that's how it turned into the all encompassing collective that we have now. But I've always been that kind of an artist. When I have platforms, bringing other people onto those platforms and collaborating and doing a really good job of collaborations and putting people in spots to win. I started that in college, and I just kind of carried that on over into my adult life and professional career, and it's really worked out. I think I'm also a basketball coach, so I think I'm really good
Oh,
at putting
cool.
people into positions
Where
to
at?
score. I work at Robert A. Black Magnet School over on 91st and Euclid,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I'm pretty good at that. You know,
Okay.
I'm pretty good at being a coach. So
You
I
got a
think
glow
that
when you said that, so these kids
yeah,
must be
like
like whipped it
Very
totally into
special.
shape.
yeah,
Are you Coach Carter?
I've won some games here and there. You know, uh,
It's hot out here.
no, I'm really tough. Like yeah, nah, you don't really want to be at one of my practices. But I think that mindset, that asset that I have carries over into my professional career. They joke me a lot at like, you know, filmings and rehearsals and stuff like that. Like that was good, but we can do better. You know, I'm very big on just making sure that everyone is in a spot to just be their best self. You know, so many people have gained so many new fans and fan bases and friendships, and it's just become such a great thing. And I'm not getting off topic. I'm really
Right.
kind of
No, you
getting
there?
to where now where we're at. The process is it's a very intricate one for me to make sure that it's a very smooth one for everybody else.
Okay.
You know, we're working with upwards of like 25 to 30 people's schedules, you know, and that's me having to deal with that. And then on top of that, getting everybody in tune and then still having to be the artist too. So
That's tough, ain't it?
yeah,
It really is.
it is, but I was built for it, you
Yeah.
know, so it doesn't bother me. It's a beautiful thing to see it all come together. And I think the more and more we do it, the more and more we're together. It's just really a well-oiled machine, man. Like we don't have a bunch of hangups. Like it's nothing. Like people are really invested in this. You know,
Yeah.
all the way from the sound men, graphic designers, all the way up to our background singers, our band. Like everybody is just really like, man, this is something I believe in. You know, so it's a really awesome thing to experience. Even as me being the curator, I'm just like, man,
That's a good word for
overwhelming.
a curator because you're pretty much
Yeah,
bringing history together and
yeah.
keeping it
I think
together.
no, I think
Yeah.
so. I think
Yeah.
this is historic. I think this is a Chicago Renaissance in my opinion because there's so many different mediums of
Mhm.
art coming together. You got live artists, you know, as far as painters, you have photography, you have sound engineering, you have videography, and then not to mention the music, the poetry, writers who are a part of all of this, and it's just it's a very encompassing artist collective. And I
Mhm.
think when you look back on it, maybe like 50 years from now, stuff like that, I think this is something that will be historically mentioned, and that's my vision for it. That's how I see it happening because the way it touches people, I know it's real. I know it's something that has an effect. And I think that's what happened in the Harlem Renaissance. It was a time that something was needed, something real was needed. And if you look at the time now, we were built for this.
I
Yeah.
mean, we're kind of redoing it. Like it's
Yeah,
a whole like resurgence of it in a
yeah,
way. It's just
yeah,
shifted cities.
certainly.
Yeah.
So I think that historically it will be named as such and it will be respected as such. And that's the vision I have for it. So
He wrote that down. That was script. That was you practiced that in the mirror.
oh man,
Picture them naked. Picture them naked. so,
Girl, that's crazy.
so what motivated you to begin the process of the videos?
I'm also I'm very big on utilizing what is now. What is the easiest way to access my fan base? What's the best way to capture the moment? And I never like to fall behind the curve.
Mhm.
So when I first thought about doing the videos, I was like, okay, so I have a child on the way, or at that moment I might have. No, I don't know if Zaire was born yet. I'm not sure, but I know what I did know is that I came from a place, Grambling State University,
Mhm.
where I had maybe a representative from each of the 50 states. So that connectivity is there every day you walk outside of your dorm,
Right.
Okay.
But going back home, you don't necessarily have that connectivity. You're as big as the radius of your drive to work or the people in which you reference every day, your friends and that type of stuff. So my mindset was, how do I continue to stay connected to so many people across so many different timelines? And my thing was video. They can't all come to your show. They can't all pull up this or listen to your CD if they don't have it, but they can all go to YouTube. It's
Exactly.
That's
everybody can
true.
access that,
Mhm.
and that remains true when you look at the demographics and the analysis of the data, and you're seeing the spread grow every year across the globe. You know what I'm saying? So not only is it just continental, it's intercontinental. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I thought that was very important to make sure that my work was being accessible by any and everybody that wanted it, because it's a need.
Right.
And there is, and we
Yeah.
appreciate it because I was excited. And every time Nycee puts up a new post, I'm like, click.
Yeah.
I'm at work about to get written up over y'all. Like, I just got to feel this. Excuse me, supervisor. I'm going to sit on the toilet for a few minutes to watch this.
Yeah.
I appreciate this.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you. And
yeah.
I mean it. I mean, I'm joking about it, but I'm sincere because as an artist, you look at other artists and it's not a hating thing, but you
Yeah.
want to seek some sort of motivation.
Yeah,
You want to be
certainly.
inspired. You want to
Certainly.
feel like, oh my God, I've got so much more to attain.
I
Yeah.
did.
And it's totally
Mhm.
inspirational. And I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I
So-
really
Appreciate
appreciate
that.
it.
As being part of the project, I just feel like I felt more invested this
Yeah.
year.
Mhm.
So and then I thought that the recordings and the songs were awesome. So
Yeah.
I really wanted it to reach people. So I was just like grabbing everybody I
Right,
know.
right.
And I sent to the music.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, y'all, if y'all want to see these videos, I know
Right.
everybody might not know Hero, everybody
Right.
not know the other singers, but I'm gonna make sure I put them right here.
Right.
Right.
So
And
you
I've been
guys
going.
can reach them.
Yeah.
Oh my
Received.
goodness.
Mhm.
Yeah. First off, shout out. I'm gonna look at our pay attention to our live feed. Shout out to Story Devereaux.
Hey,
She
Story.
said nothing less But awesome, right on. I think that was for you, Harold. And brother Green, that's from Deron James, well, or St. James.
Hey,
Shouting them out. We played your song with Harold. And speaking of songs, I've always found it interesting on how on the songs that you chose or that you
Mhm.
choose. Like, do you think of a poem and then like, hey, I heard this song, let me add this one, or do you hear the song first and then you say, hey, let me just write something to this? Like, what's your process
You
in
know
that?
what? Throughout the year, I'm compiling a list. When
Okay.
stuff come on, I'm like, oh yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
that sound.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be. And then I'm so used to our lineup, our roster, that I'm pairing the songs in my
Okay.
mind with
with the
them.
So you
artist.
I'm like,
already
I
know
already
what
know
it would
who
be
gonna
good
sing
for.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course, every year we have someone new kind of come in, and I'm thinking about how they're gonna sound or what they would be paired with, and then by the time I have everything confirmed, like in December, because I like to put
Plan
together
ahead.
like, man,
Mhm.
like in December I'm going, because I want to hear everything that has come out. Because if I try and do it September, October, I'm missing a lot of those fourth quarter drops. Like
That
I
Grammy
would have I
drop.
would have missed John Legend. You know what I'm
Hmm.
Right.
saying? I would have
Uh-huh.
missed some other joints that came out. And by that time I start writing, once I really confirmed the list and got everybody together. So I'm really writing like right up until we start filming,
Oh wow,
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
good. So it's still contemporary and fresh,
yeah,
like
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
still
yeah,
new.
yeah,
Well, speaking of new, you got a new show coming up May
yeah,
4th at the
yeah,
Promontory. So how can they
man.
get your tickets?
So the tickets go on sale on Valentine's Day, the last day of the
Awesome.
project. So, and it's gonna be a really nice February sale. Tickets are regularly 25 for table tickets and 15 for general admission. But throughout February, to celebrate Black History Month and to celebrate Flowers for the Living, there will be $20 table tickets and $10 general admission. So I would get them early because them table tickets gonna sell out.
I
They're
know.
going to
Um,
sell
I
out.
hate that every time y'all done Flowers for the Living, I've had a gig. I'm not
yeah.
trying to speak on not getting no more work because I need them checks. But
Certainly,
I think
certainly.
what I'm gonna do is buy my ticket and just block that day off because
Okay.
every time, like you guys did the John Legend thing.
Yeah,
That was
man.
awesome.
First of
Yeah.
all, the album covers just blow me. Like,
Yeah.
oh my
You
God.
know what, man? That's my graphic designer, Spister.
Mhm.
She's amazing, man. She's a world renowned nail tech, but she's just as an artist, like I think she's also gonna be one of those people when it's all said and done, like she's gonna be in the books. She's just a
Mhm.
really awesome artist over any medium. And she really keeps those graphics tight and
Dope.
engaging and intriguing. And
I
that's what I'm saying.
loved it.
Everybody's
Oh my
invested. She
God.
just, she really goes in, and I really love it. I mean, and you know what? And that you mentioned the John Legend, we got the whole year mapped out, man. And it's gonna be really exciting. I'm really
I'm
excited for what we
coming. I
have,
am coming.
man.
I am coming. I'm gonna just block off a date
Yeah,
because I think I'm gonna block off that May 4th date.
yeah, yeah.
What
Please
day is
do.
that?
It's a Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh, that's even better. No
Yeah,
choir
yeah,
rehearsal.
yeah, yeah.
Hey man. Sorry,
Yeah,
Mike. You ain't even on here. Sorry, Mike.
I said no choir rehearsal. All right, I got it. All right,
I'm on it.
I'm a
I'm
ditch the
on it.
church.
I'm so on it. Okay, so we're running out of time, and I wanted to really touch bases on our topic for today.
Yeah,
I just want to do it a little bit because I know you're in education, and
yeah,
on intellectual radio, on the Frankie and Nycee radio, the Frankie and Nycee radio show, we do like to address issues that are happening in current events.
yeah.
As far as our artists, we love to hear what the artists are doing because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have a show.
Right, right,
But
right.
we
Exactly.
also like to make sure that people understand that you're bigger than your artistry. I think
Right.
people know that about you already,
Mm,
but we just like to encourage it and perpetuate it a lot more than we do on a regular basis.
certainly.
So one of the things that we wanted to talk about today, the thing that we wanted to talk about today was the confirmation of the cabinet position with
Yeah.
Miss Betsy DeVos.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is it that every time we talk about politics, we got to take a deep breath and just close our eyes and meditate? I
Because
don't
it
know.
truly has become a clown show.
It
That's
is.
just my
Yeah,
opinion.
certainly.
You know,
So let's brief them real quick. Okay, Betsy DeVos. Okay, all that you need to know is that she's
ill-equipped nominee.
yes, that happens to be a billionaire
Yeah.
from Michigan and has absolutely no experience in education. And today, our good old Congress along with our good old Vice President Pence, decided to vote her in and confirm her position as education chief or secretary of education or education secretary, however you choose to use this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, being that she has no professional experience, you would say, okay, well maybe she was a PTO at the kids' public school. Wrong. They never went to public school, so she has absolutely no understanding of the public school system in the United States.
Mm-hmm. Of taking out loans. What was her name? Elizabeth Warren? Is
Yes.
that the senator?
Mhm.
Yeah, just asking her about, have you ever even been in charge of banking, just like of being in charge of large amounts of money, and just no, well, maybe that's
So,
something that I'm gonna be dedicated to.
what's your opinion on Mrs. DeVos being elected or confirmed as the education chief? You looked away, so that means you really don't care, because
Nah, man. I just,
body language is everything.
my heart can't handle it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After dude got elected, like
Dude.
I just
Yes.
haven't nothing shocks me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So when she was even up for it, I was just like, they gonna pull her in there. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like it wasn't no, I didn't even have to get my heart prepared for today. I knew it was gonna happen, and it's not even a pessimistic perspective on it. It's just I know how that type of stuff go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I was glad these past 8 years, but I was never fooled that I was still black in America.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I think that it's gonna be some more things that's gonna be like, oh my God, you can't be serious, but they are serious.
Yes.
You know,
And whatever they don't back up, they call it an alternative fact.
what I think has to happen, and what I really have hope for in this whole debacle is that we go harder. And when I say
Thank
we,
you.
I mean everybody who believes in the right of the world,
Mhm.
the light of the world, the good of the way. I'm just hoping that that is what happens. You know what I'm saying? I myself, I'm always doing something, but like I've even been like going 2 times harder. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just implementing different things in the school, creating different things so these kids know their heritage. These kids see and observe and are exposed to greatness and excellence. Those type of things are important. Everyday heroes are more important than ever now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so the top villains can't take over if everyday heroes unite. You know what I mean?
And I think I've been paralleling it to that of when you elect a president, such as what we have now, and then people say, what do we do now? Well, you go to local government, you make
Yeah,
things happen
certainly.
locally. So that's, to me, that's part of the solution.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
And nobody ever really wants to vote around those times, but I'm just like, this part really matters. Like some of the cabinet positions are going to be up within the next year. So, I mean, if we don't get out there and vote to try to get, I guess, the house that we want.
The representatives,
Exactly.
the Congress, yes.
Mhm.
And that's in 2018.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it's important that people understand that there are going to be we've all, let me say this, we've all worked with unqualified people. Have you ever had a manager that was your
Yeah.
manager and you like, how in the world
Certainly.
did you get to be
Yeah.
my manager?
Right,
How did you
right,
become
right.
principal of my school and you don't
Right.
even know what core curriculum means? You don't know how to spell curriculum.
Yeah.
You know? So I look at it from that perspective, like,
Or to know the difference between proficiency and growth.
oh, did you read my notes? Because I did put that in here. Mr. Al Franken. Shout out to Mr. Al Franken for busting her bubble, because she had no idea how to answer that. She just dropped the mic and just
She
sat
don't know
there.
what it is.
She blinked. She blinked.
But what does happen and what does make it scary is being even in Illinois, you can see the trickle down effects of people who are not invested in inner city youth and inner city youth education. When you have strongholds on budgets and you have, furlough days for, inner city, districts and stuff like that. And the kids are really the ones who actually are left out to dry. And that's the sad part.
Yep.
But like I said, the everyday heroes are the ones who are going to have to step up and put their capes on, from here on out. And, we had it kind of leisure for the last 8,
Yeah,
this
we've
is
been
the time
chilling.
you strap up your boots. You should have been working out.
Yeah.
Them
You should
past
got
8
your weight
years
up.
you should have been buffing up.
Yep.
And now was the time to flex. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? So
Well, speaking of flex, we're gonna flex on these Frankie's top 5. You were here. You were here with Binky the first time you came, right? I don't think we had done that yet. Were we doing
I don't
that?
think we had started it yet.
We hadn't started
Frankie's
this yet.
top
Oh snap! So listen,
Mm-hmm.
Brother Harold,
Mm-hmm.
how you doing? You still my friend?
I'm
You may not
great,
be
man.
after
I'm
this.
here.
Okay. We do what we call Frankie's top 5.
Okay.
So I ask you a bunch of questions, and you got to think of the first 5 things off the top of your head. This is going to be exciting because we only have 4 minutes to do this.
Okay.
So you got to think quick. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. Name the top 5 historical Black figures that Trump cannot mention without Black folks beating him down. Let's go.
I would imagine Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, and I would even say Coretta Scott King.
Okay, that was good. That was good. That was good. Okay, top 5 Valentine's Day gifts you would like to receive.
I would like to receive. Oh man, I don't need no Valentine's Day gift.
You've been
man.
married how long?
I've been married. We just had our We've been married forever, but we just had our 3rd anniversary on the 25th of January. But we've been, we've been together like 10 years. So,
Okay.
I guess that's how it is when you.
I don't need.
I ain't gonna be with my husband on Valentine's
The reason I say that is
Mhm.
because my birthday is on the 13th of
Okay.
February,
Oh,
and
Aquarius.
she takes me on a trip, as I do for her. She started it though, but she takes me on a trip somewhere every year for my birthday, and I take her on one. So by the time we still probably be gone at that time, So I don't even be thinking about it. She's so sweet. I
So
don't
sun,
think about that.
Yeah.
beaches,
Shout out to
sand.
Charisma Green.
Hey, Charisma.
Sorry, I have to shout my boo
That was
out.
4.
Yeah.
And lots of loving.
Yeah.
That's number 5.
That's 5.
That was your answer.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Top 5 best Super Bowl halftime shows of all time.
I would say Prince, Beyonce, Beyonce.
We have a beehive.
Dylan.
Right. That Bruno was good. I think
That was my favorite, Bruno.
Yeah.
And Beyonce was on there.
Right. Exactly.
What about Aerosmith, Red Hot Chili Peppers?
When they was pantomiming.
Yes.
I don't know about that one.
Top 5 favorite poets of all time.
Oh,
Dead or alive? I know you don't like to talk about dead people.
right. Of course, Langston, Maya. I like some alive people too. I like Black Ice. He was one of the first people that made me really like spoken word and stuff like that. I like I want to say some Chicago people that
Okay.
I like. I
Go
like
ahead. Chateau.
right,
Stand up.
exactly. Emerald is one of my favorites.
Hey, Emerald.
Hey.
And K-Love is one of my
Hey,
favorites.
K-Love. I just
Hey,
met her
K-Love.
at Red Star that day that I saw you.
Mhm.
Okay, so we have to wrap up. So I'm going to get the last one.
Yeah.
Top 5 songs you play every day.
Every day. I don't know.
Every other day. Every weekend.
I listen to so much music. I don't
When you
have-
turned up.
I don't know, man.
When the kids ain't in the car, you can listen to cussing. If you like me, I'd still be playing it. I mean, ain't gonna even lie.
I'm gonna waste y'all time trying to think of that, man. So let's just,
Everything. He loves everybody. He's so utopic. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank Mr. Harold Green for coming on the Frankie and Nycee radio show on intellectualradio.com.
Yeah, thank you so much, Harold Green.
Thank you, Nycee, for reaching out to him.
Of
Thank you,
course.
Jesus, for making sure that the rehearsals or recordings aren't on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock. She said, I told you I was going to get you on the air. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. We appreciate you. Shout out to Smitty. Shout out to Megan. Shout out to Brigida. Shout out to Ranika. We will be back next week on Valentine's Day with a very special guest. Stay tuned. The Frankie and Nycee radio show on intellectualradio.com. iHeartRadio.
Radio.